kitchen with my boy,
Chef Mike.
Chef Mike. So you already know who it is.
Hey, how you guys doing? This is Chef Mike with Craving Flavors. I'm sorry I'm not as loud as he is.
We's excited, Slim. We's excited.
So excited to be here. It's a new season. I'm your girl, Tamika.
I'm your boy, E-Rock now. I ain't chef tonight, but I'm your boy, E-Rock now.
And we got Chef Mike in the house.
Yeah, one time.
Now we have, this is a new season. We've been married for 23 years.
Working on 24.
Yeah. And we keep it real.
We keep it raw.
And we keep it uncut.
All day.
And this is Marriage Takeover.
Get at us.
Y'all listen, we are so excited to be here again on today. Just to get started with the kitchen conversations.
Yeah.
We just excited.
Yeah.
Right? So from here, we're going to start off with prayer.
Yeah.
And we're going to jump right into it. Today we have on the lineup for the quick meals, right? Everybody's back to work or getting back into the flow of work. People are back in school. The children are back in school and just trying to get back to life. So we want to make sure that Chef Mike offers some, quick meals, quick ideas, different things that we can do to just keep things rolling.
Keep it rolling.
So we're going to start off with prayer.
Go ahead. Father, heaven, Lord God, we thank you, we bless you, we honor you, oh God. We ask now in the name of Jesus, oh God, that you have your way.
Yes, Lord.
God, continue, oh God, to every ear that is listening, every eye that is watching, God, continue to move throughout them, oh God, in their home. God, I pray, Father God, I even bless the food right now, Father God. We thank you for Chef Mike, Father God. Continue to return all that has been poured out. And Father, we thank you, we bless you. Continue to have your way. God, we thank you for this platform. So God, we ask that you continue to let your will be done through it all. In Jesus' name, amen, amen, and amen.
Amen.
So real quick, Chef Mike, before we kind of dive into it, let us know what we're getting down with today.
Okay, well, we're going to do something very, very, very simple. We're going to do...
I like this one you making. You know I'm messing with that.
We're going to use, I prefer angel hair pasta because it's very thin and you can get a whole lot of flavor, unlike fettuccine, it's very thick and you have to use more seasoning, more herbs, and so we're going to make a scampi.
Okay.
No shrimp, no meat at all, just a scampi very fast. Even a 10-year-old could make this. So, but
even 10.
Even a 10-year-old.
So I know I'm going to try it one time.
yeah, he's soaking everything up, so sometimes I gotta be sneaky.
You are always gonna be with us.
I'm trying to tell you. When he visits, that's when I'm cooking. So we see how often that is. So I'm trying to tell you, hey, listen. Real quick, if you got anything going on, if you trying to, if your life is real busy, how ours is, hey, Chef Mike offers meal preps. He can really help you out. He can really help you out.
If you don't feel like cooking, call.
He is on it.
I can't tell you everything I'm mixing up, but it's definitely garlic butter. You can choose whatever seasonings you like, but I normally stick with a few of my own. I still can't tell you though, but
that's that secret stuff.
I can't tell you. I just see the color of it.
Hey, y'all know wifey, she just digging on that thing. But let's go ahead and jump into
Right, so I wanted to make sure I shared it in all platforms.
Oh, okay. We're sharing things.
Yeah, sharing things. So this month, we're in September, right? We got a lot of things going on. The kids are back in school.
Right.
So for y'all who have your kids back in school in person, or for you all who are homeschooling,
watching online.
This is, definitely a time that things are just kind of getting back into a flow, if you will. So this month is also, we have Suicide Awareness Month. It's football season.
Yes,
y'all.
I'm
so excited that it's football season. I've been waiting for a long time. I feel like it's been a long time.
Yeah, man.
It's been a very long time for football. So we're jumping in. For you all, if this is your first time checking out Marriage Takeover with Kitchen Conversations, listen, we want to welcome you. We want to thank you for stopping by. And we ask that you check, like, subscribe, all that great stuff to our platform.
You know how to
so that
do
you
it.
can get to check in with us. Check out the website, marriagetakeover.com.
Yep.
Sign up for the newsletter and get some phenomenal, valuable information to help you in your marriage.
Yeah.
Right? So our whole mission, our whole motto is to help couples win in their marriage. So
Right.
we want to make sure that we're coming from the platform of being real raw.
Right.
So this month,
So
let's dig in.
Let's go jump in there. So real quick, what kind of foods would be? I know we're just kind of talking because we gotta let y'all know also about what's coming up for our
First podcast,
for the
y'all.
first podcast. That thing was juicy in the mug, Slim. Oh my God! So we're gonna kind of fumble on that a little bit. But the one thing, I know that a lot of families might not, have that time and crunch time, and so that's why Chef Mike decided to drop by, and kind of help us out with those quick meals that we can do, when we haven't, when we ain't taking the meat out, when we ain't prep nothing, and we tired, we done had a long day helping kids with homework and coming back from football practice.
Right.
So what are some of the things that would be good for families to do to make it real quick?
Well, you can always do pasta. Can't go wrong with it.
Okay.
You don't have to have meat all the time.
Okay.
I like me going to I'm gonna pause that one. I'm gonna pause that one. I'm gonna pause that one. Tell her you like that meat all the time. Tell her baby you like that meat all the time.
All
the time. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Yes.
It's so good that you said that too, that you don't always have to have meat, because I've been teeter-tottering, right, about going vegetarian or just kind of laying off the meat, because number one, I'm not a big red meat eater,
Right.
but I wanted to try and do something different just for healthier options, right? Because COVID was real for a lot of people, and I gained a lot of weight just sitting at home eating and not doing nothing. So I'm like, I need to do something different.
A lot of people gain a lot of weight.
So with the noodles and going vegetarian and kind of laying off the meat. What are some of the
your
other?
body is, some people like to do it, but sometimes your body is different from your mind. Your body can't take you going off of meat.
Okay.
You might can go off of red meat and just do chicken or just do seafood. But I wouldn't tell nobody to go cold turkey.
Okay.
Yeah, because your body needs it. You might get headaches. You can't do what the next person do.
Right.
You can't eat and lay in the bed either.
Right.
We do that. To me, I think when the TV is on, we eat more.
Oh.
Ooh.
Okay.
Oh, what you say, Chef Mike? Turn your TV on and talk to your boo.
That's it.
Like,
Get to know her.
Yeah.
And get active too.
Watch her. Hallelujah.
Now, what about, because I know too what works for us as well as preparing our dinners. Because I realize that if we don't prepare, or at least have in mind what we want, it's a wrap.
Oh, if you don't know what you want, you're going to be going to McDonald's.
Right.
You want to buy something.
Spending a whole lot of unnecessary money.
Unnecessary money, because we do it all the time.
Yeah.
I'm a chef. I don't like cooking every day.
I'm saying.
So nothing's out. Hey, bro, you want to pull out some coupons.
Of course, with everything coming back together and making these quick meals, you know what I'm saying? Doing that, like if you say, hey, I want to do like some vegetables or something, but if I already know what I want for the week, just go ahead and pull it out and prep, or either call you for a prep.
Don't pull nothing out. Just call me. Listen, you ain't got to pull anything out. Just call me. I'm gonna take care of it. Really.
Right. So what if you have somebody who might not be in the area, right? And they're like watching us from Florida. They're like, you know what? This is a good segment. I'm always trying to figure out what can I cook within 30 minutes. In 30 minutes, you have it. So number one, I think you definitely have to prepare, thaw it out. And then sometimes you can season it the night before, like even in the dorms, for example, EJ. Right. He has to meal prep twice a week because of his schedule.
Yeah, he just might as well get him a bunch of hot pockets.
But he can't, because he still got to maintain his weight.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So I'm saying, I don't know if a lot of people like it, but salads are good.
Okay.
You can play with it. You could mix it up.
Ooh, that was
You
good.
could put fruit in it, but if you put fruit in your salad, I suggest you use the kale salad. It don't go on iceberg. It don't go on spinach. Use kale and a little bit of coleslaw dressing. Real good. Make it a fruity salad. Add some walnuts, strawberries, cranberries.
Like that.
Cool.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
But the longer you decide on what you're gonna eat, the later it's gonna get. So you don't want to eat real late.
Right.
Oh wow. I'm saying here because I think because for us, when we get our meals, we like to kind of sit down and actually talk about our day. we like to sit down and eat as a family. And I know there's sometimes like, I can find myself where we don't sit down and eat till like 9 o'clock, which is not good because here I am putting all of this stuff together and we don't eat till like 9 o'clock, but then it's like, but we're going to bed with all that food on.
That's what, if you can't figure out before 9, you just need to eat a salad. Okay. That's just simple. You don't want to eat shrimp, you don't want to eat steak, because it's going to have you up at night. It's not going to digest, definitely, if you eat steak. Eat salad or a bowl of cereal. I'm going to eat a bowl of cereal. I'm definitely going to eat a bowl of cereal.
What's your favorite cereal? What's the cereal?
Crunch Berries. With some almond milk. You know, it got to be semi-healthy with some almond milk.
Hey, I'm sorry, I can't do almond milk. I need that vitamin. I need that vitamin D. Pause that. I need that vitamin D.
Oh, so you like sitting on the toilet?
It keeps my digestive trait clean.
Who told you that?
when I look at my stomach.
I'm just looking at these bill portions, Mike. So you gave me more than you gave him.
Oh yeah, that was really supposed to share, but I didn't think he was gonna. He didn't touch your food, so.
You only passed out one fault.
Hey, I've been married for 23 years. There's no such thing as one fault. You both eating off this.
No.
That's how they go.
Wow.
That's funny. Yeah, that's good.
That's all it is just noodles.
That's all.
Yeah, that's good.
You don't eat meat.
Wow.
Now, what about for school, like school lunches? Because I know if the kids are back in person and you want to consider healthy options for your kids because you don't know what cafeteria staff is doing, what's going on.
My kids already tell me that food is nasty.
Right. So what can they do?
Well, our kids, they don't eat the food anyway. They're taking a sandwich.
Okay.
So we use honey wheat bread.
Okay.
Not white bread. Some chips. They don't eat healthy. I'll be real with you. They not taking nothing healthy to school.
But you should.
Like, we still give them fruit.
Right.
You give them cut up strawberries to put them in the school, even though you don't have to eat that right away. You can't wait till lunch. They're going to be soggy. It's just not going to taste right to me.
Right.
I'm saying, so I think you should have a piece of fruit with every meal you have when you're going to school. An apple, even a fruit cup, even though a fruit cup is not all that healthy to me. It has a lot of
all that sugar,
yeah. But something. I don't send them with Doritos, Rice Krispie treats, Snickers, candy, because when you take that nap and when you get home to us, you're going to be hungry again. Yeah, you're definitely going to be hungry as soon as they hit the door and I get a snack. I'm hungry. So them chips and all that stuff is not filling them up. Kids are really not going to ask for fruit.
Right.
They're going to open up the fridge and look past the fruit
to
get an ice cream or, something else. But they do need fruit, a lot of fruit. Okay. And sometimes you can send them with a salad. I don't see nothing wrong with sending kids to school with a salad. Wraps. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Wraps.
I got to send them to school with a wrap.
Yeah, because I remember, so our kids were privileged though. I don't think every kid get that opportunity.
I'm pretty privileged also.
Right.
They got the option. I don't want to eat school lunch. Okay, cool. We'll make your lunch.
Right. Not only make the lunch, but sometimes like they would take the leftovers, and you're not supposed to use the microwave at school. But sometimes
changed a lot.
Sometimes they would let you.
You can't even bring your kids lunch to school anymore.
Really?
You're not even allowed to come up there.
Really?
They said you're not even to come up to the school. There's no birthday parties. You can't bring no cupcakes.
Really?
They didn't change a lot.
Because of COVID. But I remember.
Because I used to take Aaliyah lunch all the time. She was in elementary school before she got here.
If you bring cupcakes, all of them got to be individually wrapped.
Yeah.
You can't touch it, so it's.
Oh yeah, it's a little different now because of COVID. But I know I remember back with Aaliyah, they actually sold the it's like it kept the food warm for like 4 to 5 hours.
It's an insulated bag you can have that keeps it pretty warm. Like I have one with my catering company. It keeps it, I say maybe up to 2 hours, 2 to 3. 4 it's going to kind of die down a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, if you have an insulated bag where you can get one of them, you got the cold and heated bags. You put one inside the lunch bag to keep your food warm. Because every day you're not going to want a cold sandwich. You want something, definitely you got a good leftover meal. Yeah. you're gonna want to take that to school.
Right.
And if you like my daughter, she's rotten. You know, she couldn't have survived in our time. She don't like.
Oh no, none of them can.
She don't like sandwiches.
No.
She will not take a sandwich. If it's not like a Subway sandwich or a warm hoagie sandwich, she is not eating a sandwich. Peanut butter and jelly?
Oh, that thing is amazing.
She is like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Peanut butter and jelly. Without the crust, you want the Uncrustables?
No.
Peanut butter and jelly time.
She is like,
Peanut
no.
butter and jelly is so good.
So we had to do like wraps with her. We would do like the cheese squares sometimes. She would take the cheese squares, the salads. Like she took salads a lot to school, and then leftovers.
Good, I like salad.
And what else did we jelly sandwiches.
And then you took her to work. I mean, then you took her lunch.
Then I would take her lunch, but jelly sandwiches. When did you ever do a jelly sandwich?
We
Jelly
did.
sandwiches.
Y'all said I couldn't do PB&J sandwiches to go do a jelly sandwich.
Oh yeah.
That's something you did.
That's something.
Yeah.
I want to
That's
appreciate
the struggle sandwich.
Right.
That's when you ain't had no peanut butter.
Listen. And then crackers and cheese, or crackers and meat
Tuna
and
fish.
cheese
Yeah,
and tuna
yeah.
fish.
Yeah.
So yeah, there are some options that you can do to try to keep it. Then make sure that you get the container that is insulated. That'll at least keep the food either hot or warm. And that was another thing we did. So in the wintertime, we got like if I make soup, I make soups and turkey and like just different home food a lot or comfort food. And so she would get the insulated jar or jug, and she would be able to heat that, have that, and it stayed warm until she had lunch. So that was also a good option as well.
Yeah, they should. I think like in the morning time. See nowadays our kids they love waffles.
Right.
They don't want nothing healthy in the morning time.
Right.
So if they should have a piece of fruit and maybe a waffle going to school, better start their day off good instead of eating. Well, my kids eat heavy because I cook.
Right.
So they not eating normal breakfast. They eat waffles, French toast.
Yes, I have showed up in the morning.
They have a hungry man.
I have showed up in the morning, thought I was at upscale Denny's or what have you, because everybody was in the PJs. So, I'm like, hey, nah. Yeah, dog, fix me a plate, crazy. We here.
And I don't even like breakfast. Baby girl, she loves breakfast. I don't. Breakfast is I can wake up and eat steak and cheese, cheeseburger.
It's breakfast.
Yeah, it's breakfast.
It's breakfast. It might not be under your list of breakfast food,
Yeah,
but it's breakfast.
breakfast
So,
is good though.
yeah, that's the thing though, man. This is, I think this is phenomenal because, you know, with everybody getting back used to going back to work, and it's like, okay, now, as I want to say, a sense of normalcy, because it's never going to be normal again,
I don't think so.
but you get back to what you would normally do.
Yeah.
And so my question is, based off of the pandemic shutting you down, what is it that you're looking at to do different that caused so much of you not knowing what was going on in your house? I don't know where it just came from. So, you know what I mean? Because it's like a straight sideways. Because when you look at it, I know like for us, it took us when we met you, is what caused us to slow down, because that's when you was telling me about prepping it first. And, you know, this was doing humble beginnings, you know, before he blew up. And he was like, you know, hey, nah, just prep what you're gonna do during the week. And so, and it was like, okay, boom, and it worked. It worked for us because it gave us time to eat. But then during the pandemic, it was like, okay, cool.
Breakfast, lunch, and
And
I was like, what? Wait.
right. So then, because
And snack if you wanted a good hot snack.
I'm gonna go grab something. Because the one thing that we noticed was, you know, with what we
Oh, they said they need to close up for the food.
Oh,
Your plate look better.
But
Wait, look, empty.
you want my plate? I had to stole some off Bugs. So you want to put more on my plate and I show them?
Yeah, I bet. 'Cause you want more.
Yeah, I'm gonna- Yes. Here we
You
go.
want to close up.
That's all it
The
is.
steam show. Let the steam come up.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yes. Do you see it?
Snap a picture of that.
Do you see it? I'm gonna roll it round. Do you see it? Yes. Yeah. Oh, I think the light shining too bright.
It's too bright.
Yeah, the light too bright.
Yeah.
Boom. Oh, you got a little bit. I'm gonna slide it right there. I'm gonna let you look at it. But
You hungry? We got to get you a plate. We got to get you a plate.
so, and I mean, I mean, it
They
takes.
saying online that they're hungry.
Hey, listen. Hey, I'm going real quick. This is Chef Mike with Craving Flavors. So I'm trying to tell you, look them up. It's cravingflavors.com.
And that's
right.
Craving, CRAVIN, Flavors, FLAVAS.
Yeah. So let's spin around and catch a snapshot of that junk.
This the open.
That's open. You
I
get
upgrade. I need to upgrade.
See, I'm talking about that's my man. He like, listen, dude, I'm coming to cook. Cause he don't do all that stuff. Hey, listen, we just coming to cook. I know our tech guy, our tech woman, gonna put it up, so we good. But hey, I'm telling you, but that's the one thing, because from cooking the whole time, and you know, God knows, I thank God for Chef Mike, because Chef Mike was belling me out a lot. Like, bro, what you doing? Because like for real, he said, man, listen, all you gotta do is this. I mean, one time he was preparing for a catering. I said, bro, I need your help real quick. I know you're busy. He said, man, what you trying to cook? I said, listen, how do I make the cheese? He said, for what? So I told him what I was doing. And he was like, man, you don't need all that. And he just dropped it down for me so quick. And the joint came out so good. The family loved it. And it didn't take me long to do. And so I'm saying is that now that we have been through that pandemic and we got used to doing something different, what are you going to continue to do? And what are you going to stop doing? You know what I mean? So it's like for me, I recognize we started eating during the pandemic before 5:30, I want to say.
Yeah.
And so from that, it was like, boom, we sitting around looking at one another at 8 o'clock, like, yo, I want a snack. Like, yo,
I know.
But that helped, but it helped curb some of the access stuff that we were starting to pick up just from eating and then having to go to bed. You know what I'm saying? So, and then we also had a lot more conversation at the table because, hey, baby girls getting done with school and whatnot. And so it's like, these are the things I was like, yeah, we got to keep this going.
Yeah.
Well, food brings people together anyway. That's what it's supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
You know, as you're sitting down eating and talking, you got to eat.
Right.
Everybody got to have something in front of them. Or you're going to be looking stupid just talking and not eating at the same time.
Right.
So, I recommend that a lot of, you know, families should always eat together and talk, you know, how was your day? I know my little man Cruz every day I come in the house, Mr. Mike, how was your day? Like, it was good. You know, thank you for asking. You know, it was good. I had a good day. How was yours? It was good. I said, what you learn? Oh, nothing. I said, okay, well, we got to do something. We got to do something about that. You know, I'm about to become your teacher as well, but you know, I see ever since I started, you know, bringing out my ring and cooking, I've been bringing the kids along. Mm-hmm. You know, they want to cook with me and just, it's funny because, you know, it brings the family, they laughing, we joking, we just bringing something together and they really think they did it. You know, it makes them feel good about themselves.
Also, you invite them in to cook.
You can crack the eggs, you can spread the sauce on your pizza. Yeah. I want you to be independent. Right. I just tell you what to do. And you do it. Oh man! And that comes out, you know, it comes out great to them. Yeah. You know, because they feel like they accomplished what they was going for. Yeah. So
and then you make it fun too. Oh, yeah. I see the videos too, and I mean they be dancing and singing and spreading little stuff. And I was like, oh, that is so cute. I think it's important too to do that because then as they get older, they don't get used to somebody doing something for them.
Yeah, they can do it on their own.
Yeah. Cause what we did, baby girl would say, Daddy, you cooking bread? No, you know how to get in there and scramble. You know how to make some toast. You know how, and this, you know, because at the same time you're teaching them, just like you were saying, getting them independent. But that one thing that I love is that when you say that, you know, food brings everybody together. Mm-hmm. So it's like, okay, listen, because we know as far as in our house, you know, TV is off, phones are down, we're eating dinner, and we're actually talking about our day. And they know, we're like, hey, Aaliyah, how's your day? It was good.
Tell us more.
What do you mean it was good? I need something else with that. What made your day good? And so it's like, no, we're going to get to it because we realized even in doing that, we realized that she had started getting bullied. So we nipped that in the bud ASAP. No, she didn't want to call us because she knew we were about to blow that place up. So,
but the Holy Ghost now.
For just a second.
We're gonna say Jesus aside for 5 seconds.
Right.
You know, but it was good because then you'll begin to understand what your spouse is stressing with. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, yo, nah, This is where we eat. Phones are to the side. TV is off, and we're focused on one another. Because believe it or not, though, there are times where me and wife would have something. We would say something at dinner, but then it ended up becoming our pillow talk.
Yeah.
And so that's where your communication with one another stays alive. Because when you look at it, a lot of okay, I only talk with two people that had a divorce. They got a divorce because of the pandemic. But what was it that caused it? Well, when they fall silent, you done lost communication. So if we can't talk,
you lose a connection.
Yeah.
I didn't know you.
Right. I ain't going to do at 12 o'clock.
Well, I knew you, but I tolerated you because we were in passing.
Exactly.
Right. Oh,
I'm going to work, I'm coming home.
Right,
Yeah,
we were in passing. So
Yeah.
it was okay and easy to do that. So I could tolerate it for as long as we needed to do that.
Right. It's
But
just
now that we
like
gotta sit and look at each other face to face
all day,
every day.
I go cut the yard, you still in the house. You know what I'm saying?
You don't want to go to the store?
There you go, grocery shop.
Evaluate life and do I really want to do this?
Yeah.
And then we don't reach out for help until it's too late. And then by the time you reach out for help, it's like the marriage can't be saved and divulged because you don't have any hope. You don't want to
Yeah,
fight.
you already lost hope. Man, and that I'm gonna tell you because that was so key. Because when you gotta catch Sunday when we go live with the podcast series because we actually begin to talk about the mental health.
Yeah.
Because the one thing that we did recognize was that did you know that the percentage of men to women are higher for suicide than women?
Yeah.
And it was so funny because I even ended up telling on myself because we had, as she said,
An argument.
And
Marriage Takeover had an argument.
And I actually saw how suicide came into play. And I was just like, dang.
I believe
It was crazy. And so, you got I don't want to spoil. You got to check
You're
that
not
out.
gonna spoil all of these, but definitely check it out because you have to understand number one. And when we saw that, and I started evaluating why, and we started asking our special guest that's going to be on the podcast why, is because oftentimes men don't have an outlet.
Right.
They don't know.
Men are scared to talk.
Too.
That's one.
Because oh man, I'm gonna let it out. But you just a little bit. Because as from kids, we teach boys not to have a voice and not to communicate.
And not to put words to their feelings.
Yeah. Because you fall, get up, you ain't hurt. Wipe that off. Move on.
Yeah.
Get up. You don't hurt. Well, no, I really do hurt. Like I'm bleeding, Dad. I'm hurt.
Put the one on it.
So
You don't need no Band-Aid.
as a male, you grow up and you feel like you cannot share your feelings.
Right.
And so then you're then afraid to say how you feel. And then it kind of boils into you take that to your marriage, you take that into your job, you take that, it just boils over.
And it goes into literally every facet of your life. And it's like you're getting to get upset with everybody, but not recognizing that the issue is actually you. But it's in that mental area. Because you can look at it, because even when you look at it, when you marry one another, a lot of people don't understand, you're actually marrying what made that person.
Yeah.
The good, the bad, and the indifferent. So it gets to that point. So one thing I will say, while everything is peaches and cream, find you a good therapist then. Don't wait till things get bad. Find you one then.
I agree.
Because you have time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the one thing because it's like, no, you good. You don't need nobody. No, we do. If I can go to the doctor because I sprained my knee, like I had to go to the doctor because of my shoulders. If I can go to the doctor because of my shoulders, guess what? I think we talk about it. Things ain't happening up here like it should.
Right. There's
I need to talk to somebody.
for the mind.
Yeah.
Make sure
You're scared of that.
But that's the thing.
that's what our culture has told us and taught us.
That's like men don't go to the doctor.
That's a lie. I go to the doctor.
I'm saying.
I go to the doctor.
Man, would not go get a checkup, would not go see what's going on with his body, so just like in therapy, a man know he got issues, father issues,
Right.
financial issues.
Right.
Most men probably when they walk with hold their hand with their wife because they feel feminine.
And the one thing is, most wives won't walk holding their hands because they was always the one that everybody had to lean on.
Yeah.
That's true.
You know, have to be strong.
Yeah.
To be
like, I'm sure you better walk on your own. Lean on me when I'll hold your hand when I know you're weak. Because that's what they're used to. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like, yo, that joke was so deep. And it was like literally, it was so deep. We got to go back to do another one. But anyway, I want to spill the beans, but
it was good. But know that it's okay to seek out help.
Yeah.
Know that it's okay to go see a therapist. Know that it's okay to ask your loved one if they're okay.
It is okay to cry. Yeah, it is okay.
It's okay to cry.
I remember I had one kid. I had one kid because I also trained. But I had I ain't messing with you. But no, I told her, I was like, no, cry. If you don't cry, cry. But I need to know one thing. Why are you crying? Because we ain't gonna just be crying for the sake of crying. And because it's like, oh, my legs hurt. I said, but I thought you wanted this work. So if it's hurt, okay, cry. I got you. I'm gonna let you cry now. And I told him, I said, listen, this is part of getting that work in.
Right.
I said, you ain't cut, you ain't stabbed, ain't nobody out here shooting you. So why are we crying? Your mama ain't spanking you right now? Oh, because no, now you're gonna grunt. So like, nah, you can cry, but you're gonna grunt because they ain't no crying in football. You know what I mean? Because that's what he was training for. But it was like letting you know, I was letting him know it's okay to cry. No, what I'm saying is, because I mean, you know, everybody lost a big game was like, yo, that was a tough one, and I'm crying about. No, that's not what I'm saying.
It just ended.
What? Oh, we gotta make it 30. Take it back up. Just take it back up. Take it back up. I'm sitting here looking at this over here.
That's on you.